Oh boy, who didn't see this coming? The Simpsons drops a Pooh character due to racial stereotyping controversy. And before we kick this off, let's play this homage to a Pooh.
You see, whether igloo, hut, or lean-to, or a geodesic dome, there's no structure I have been to which I'd rather call my home.
Hello! Ha!
When I first arrived, you were all such jerks, but now I've come to love your quirks. Maggie with her eyes so bright, Marge with hair by Frank Lloyd Wright, Lisa can philosophize, Bart's adept at spinning lies, Homer's a delightful fella, sorry about the salmonella.
That's okay.
Who needs the quickie mart? Now here's the tricky part. Oh, won't you rhyme with me? Who needs the quickie mart?
Therefore's our sticky mart.
They made that sicky mart. Let's hurl a bricky mart.
The quickie mart is real dope!
Who needs the quickie mart?
Not me.
Forget the quickie mart. Goodbye to quickie mart. Who needs the quickie mart?
Not me.
Everything really wrapped up nicely. Much quicker than usual.
I guess we learned that happiness is wherever you find it.
And we've all found happiness. Every one of us. Hey, what's that sound?
Who needs the quickie mart? I do.
Hey, he's not happy at all. He lied to us through song. I hate when people do that.
So, yeah, thanks, Satellite, for the recommendation on that. I'm stealing it and I'm putting it in my video. So, the producers of The Simpsons have announced that their long-running Indian character, Apu, will be written out of the show due to increased complaints that he reflects an institutional racial stereotype, NME reported. The nearly 30-year-old animated...
river.
Yeah, pretty much. The nearly 30-year-old animated sitcom has featured Quickie Mart owner Apu we'll just call him Apu, as wisecracking and sometimes clueless father of 8 children. Oh boy. Apu first appeared in the 1990s in the early series, but criticism has been mounting over the depiction of the character, with the character being a convenience store owner and the supporting a heavy accent that has been deemed a racist depiction of Indian American. People of Indian heritage have been slammed the heavy accent character for reinforcing stereotypes they insist can lead to bullying and self-loathing. The series has acknowledged that the character has become a problem. Indeed, The Simpsons did make a small attempt to wink at the nod at the issue with the Apu character. In the April episode titled No Good Read Goes Unpunished, one segment dealt with the stereotype that were once accepted in society but have become problematic today. In the episode, Lisa Simpson tells her mother Marge, quote, "Something that started decades ago was applauded and inoffensive is now politically incorrect. What can you do?" As Lisa delivered the line, a framed photo of Apu is seen sitting in the bedstand next to her. But now the problem is about to disappear into thin air, and some people are not happy with the plans. We will get to their thoughts in a sec. Indie film producer and Indian American Adi Chanel attempted to raise fan support for a Simpson episode that would deal with the show's Apu problem. However, that idea is set to die as Shakara, I might be mispronouncing, has reportedly, quote, "I've verified from multiple sources now they're going to drop the character altogether. They aren't going to make a big deal out of it or anything like that, but they'll drop him together just to avoid the controversy." Shankara believes that this is the sudden disappearance of the nearly 30-year-old character is a mistake. Quote, if you're a show about cultural commentary and that you're too afraid to comment on the culture, especially when it's a component of the culture that you've had a hand in creating, then you're a show about cowardice, Shankara said. So in other words, they can't really do anything to appease him, can they? Shankara concluded that the dropping the character without the explanation is a step backwards for race relations. Some actors on the series have also expressed unease with the Apu character. Only a few months ago, Hank Azaria, the actor who has voiced the character since the debut, announced that he would no longer provide Apu's voice for the animated series. During the April appearance on the The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Azaria said that he hoped the producers of the series would make a change over the character. Quote, I'm perfectly willing and happy to step aside to help transition it into something new. I really hope that that's what The Simpsons does, Azaria proclaimed. Azaria added that if anybody was bullied because of Apu, he would be mortified. He said he only wanted to spread laughter and joy with the character. Quote, I've given this a lot of thought, and as I say, my eyes have been opened, Azaria exclaimed. Quote, I think the most important thing that we have to listen to South Asian people, Indian people in this country, when they talk about what they feel and how they think about this character, and what the American experience of it has been. Listening to the voice means inclusion of the writer's room. I really want to see Indian, South Asian writers in the writer's room, not in a token way, but generally informing whatever new direction of the character may take, including how it's voiced or not voiced. Comedian and Indian actor Harari Kabul, I must be pronouncing, also recently expressed his distaste over the character with the documentary titled The Problem with Apu. Kaburi, might be mispronouncing, said that he's growing up as an Indian in the US. He was often made fun of by other children with the Apu catchphrase, thank you, come again. Sure, growing up in New York City, everyone tries to be funny. If you grow up there, you learn to make jokes and how to make comebacks, but it's hard to counter an accent. What's your comeback for an accent? Kabu told the BBC late last year. Alright, so, thoughts. What are your thoughts on this, man?
Yeah, so, axing the character actually removes him from the show as a representation of a culture. So, you know, the Simpsons just lost diversity, I guess, if you want to talk it from the left-wing perspective. And I guess the other thing, too, is that you can't go axing a character that's been in the show for 30 years and not, you know, it's obvious why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And it's the loud minority. And this, the voice actor, it sounds to me like he's, you know, he got woke.
Got woke and he's going to go broke.
Yeah, basically. And The Simpsons too, I guess, in a way. And he's also saying, you know, diversity in the writing room. I mean, okay, you know, that just, who cares about that? Yeah, that's basically my thoughts on that.
Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, my argument with this is, okay, so say you get rid of Apu, alright? Alright, he's offensive to Indians, fine. What about Groundskeeper Willie? Has a very, very thick Scottish accent. Hell, I'm part Scottish. My grandfather was Scottish. Am I going to go on about me being offended by the thick Scottish accent that he might put on during the or whatever it may be? You know, that thick Scottish accent. I can't do it, but you know what I mean. But yeah, at the end of the day, am I offended over that? Are you going to get rid of the Scotsman as well now?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they meant. Like, this show was about a whole bunch of different cultural aspects.
Yeah,
it had lots of different things.
Yeah,
you know, it's got the rich guy. You know, it's got the gay guy. It's got all these things.
There's one type of person I can't find in the show, but moving along. But I was going to say, yeah, you've got Mr. Burns as the rich billionaire who basically will do whatever he can to make money, the capitalist. You've got, you got Ned Flanders, who's the religious, sort of stumbling, babbling idiot. You got Homer, who is the typical American, who's, the stereotype of low IQ, works in a nuclear power station as a sort of a dead-end job. I'm not saying the Americans are like that, but the stereotypical ones. You got, for example, Marge is the typical housewife. You have, Bart, the angsty teenage kid. The teacher that hates her students. Like, how many of these stereotypes do we have to remove before we can sit there and say...
All of them.
Yeah, well, that's it, Like, how many of these...
Well, you've got the nerd kid.
Yeah.
You have the nerd kid. You've got the bully punching
bully.
kids for their lunch money.
Yeah.
Man, it's seriously, though, like, The Simpsons is literally just one huge stereotype all rolled into one show.
Exactly.
I mean, basically, you'd have to destroy the show entirely and end it to appease everybody.
Yeah. This is the thing with the show, is the fact is that there's so many different stereotypes. It's not just poking fun at a poo because of his thick Indian accent. At the end of the day, it pokes fun at everybody equally. So, you know what? Now Indians are going to get special treatment on The Simpsons. Okay, so what? Now, all of a sudden, like I say, you're going to remove the Scot, you're going to remove the capitalist, the rich billionaire, who would sell his own grandma to make a fortune. What's George Soros going to turn around and claim that, that's offensive to him? There's a lot of similarities between those two, but moving along. Any shots at Soros I can take. But, like I say, look, at the end of the day, how many of these do you have to remove before you sit there and say, well, okay, now this show is PC friendly. And
let's not forget the fact that it pokes fun at aliens too.
Yeah. Yep. It pokes fun at everybody. Like, this is the best thing about The Simpsons, is that the fact that at the end of the day, it pokes fun at everybody. Everybody is fair game. And they're literally taking a knee to social justice warriors. This is not going to end well. Fox, if you see this is not good. You literally have in this article, when they literally turn around and they say, they petition to get this character removed or edited or whatever it may be that they were after originally. And then they go through and The Simpsons says, okay, fine, we'll write the character out. And the very next thing they're turning around saying is, well, that's not good enough because insert reason here. They're literally, after they've got what they wanted, well, partly what they wanted, they're now complaining, oh, but hang on, this isn't right. We're not happy about this either. So what, now they're going to keep whinging and complaining about that as well?
Well, that's the thing. You can't apologise and you can't bend the knee. That's basically the moral of the story.
No. At the end of the day, the fact is that social justice warriors, people need to grow some balls. And people need to tell them to, take a dick, take a joke.
That was sexist, dude.
I don't care. You know me, man. But this, I say, look, at the end of the day, I don't know, I'm fed up with this PC bullshit. I'm so over it. You're ruining every show that's been on TV. There's a reason why I don't watch mainstream media news anymore. It's because it's all this social justice warrior progressive bullshit. Like, I've started watching a new TV show called Preacher. And it's about this guy who goes back to running a church. But even in that, they've got their woman of, mixed origins and stuff like that. And, I'm just like, how much of this is just because it's, the token black lady? Or how much of this is because of, me diversity? Or how much of it is because it's actually needed? Or because she was an actual good actress? If you want to put an actress into a film because she's a good actress, go for it. All props to you. But don't go putting people in a film or removing people from a film or TV show in that instance because of the fact that they're that nationality is all I'm saying. I'm over this PC bullshit. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say? Or
Yeah, me too. Yeah, well, on Netflix, we've been, the missus has been watching Law and Order, SVU.
yeah.
And I've noticed the episodes have been getting pretty political. I literally saw 2 episodes back to back that were covering pretty much the Kavanaugh hearings.
Oh,
Pretty
God.
much, but in a setting of this is, a chick who was raped and they're in the courtroom and going back and forth about that. And I could just basically pick the parallels out of it. Like, this was this, yep, this was that about the Kavanaugh hearing, yep, this was that about that. And then they did another episode straight after that about another rape victim.
Yeah. No political agenda there whatsoever. It's like the time they went through and Law and Order Special Victims Unit went through and did a episode that draws a lot of parallels to Weaver from Infowars. She's a female reporter that has had rape threats, and in this episode of Law and Order Special Victims Unit, or SUVU, there was a female journalist for alternative media sort of like style system or company that was raped by a bunch of people that could be best described as Antifa. Like, holy shit, I wonder who you're pointing at then. Talk about dog whistles, but I don't know. Guys, let me know your thoughts out in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on Apu? Do you think this is bullshit? Do you think Apu should stay in The Simpsons? Do you think he should stay in but they should change it? Or do you think that they're doing the right thing and writing him out? Let me know your thoughts out in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack a like. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.